When you find a site that has trees on it, planners will have a view on those trees, but also there are some cost considerations that you need to be aware of that will impact the viability of that site. And so therefore you need to have an understanding of what impact trees will have on your development site. This is part of our Find It course, and if you're interested in finding more details, we actually run a free training which outlines the course, but also gives you some very valuable content. And we run them about approximately every 3 or 4 weeks. And so if you go into the description below, there you'll find a link that says Finding Land. I'll also put the link up here as I'm talking. So if you're interested in that and you're looking to find off-market land and negotiate it at a viable price, then this is the place that you need to go. If you're new to the channel, then please like and share this video if you like it, and remember to hit that notification button and hit the bell as well. And so let's get on with the planner's attitude towards trees. Hi, my name is Jim J. Davidson, and I first invested in property in 1973. I completed my first new build development in 2006. As you can imagine, I've made lots of mistakes along the way, but thankfully I've got some things right, and I've managed to build a property development business. In this channel, I want to help you on your journey and perhaps share some of that knowledge with you. And so through this channel, which I hope you will subscribe to, or through our membership app, which I hope you will join, and incidentally it's free, you can learn a little bit more about building houses and building a property development business. The app is available wherever you get your app from, whether you're on iOS or you have an Android phone, or you can get accesses on desktop, and you'll find a link in the description below. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video, and please post your comments in the description below if you have any comments to make. Context: we are in the detail phase and the viability stage. In this lesson, we're going to cover 4 areas in principle. One is how trees will constrain where you build within your site. 2 is the root protection area. 3 will be how it may affect your foundations. And 4th, the protected species that may live in that area. The 5th area that we will cover in another lesson is tree preservation orders. Trees can constrain the area that you build upon. Let's just have a look at a site here, and let's assume that you've got just a nice rectangular or square site here, and that you've got some trees on the periphery. And these probably would not really cause you much of a problem. In fact, they actually benefit the area because it's giving you, first of all, wind protection, it gives you some privacy, and it gives the idea of mature landscaping. So that is a positive. But what if you've got a significant area of the site that is covered in trees? Well, the first thing is that the planners they really like you to keep trees, so they're not very keen on you removing them. Now, they may not have a tree preservation order, and just briefly, a tree preservation order is where there's an actual legal requirement that you cannot remove those trees, and so you are absolutely constrained by that. When you have a situation like this, then it's more about negotiation with the planners to see if you can remove them. So what the planners may ask you to do, though, however, is to carry out a survey, and the survey would simply plot where all the trees are and the likely impact that is going to have on your site. So I'll just show you an image of that just now, and as you will see from that, it basically plots where the trees are within that particular site. So the second area is the root protection area. So let's just assume that we have a single tree here for illustration purposes. What you need to do is you need to work out the root protection area, which you generally don't want to be building within. And so the way that you work this out is that you take the circumference, the diameter of the tree. So you would simply measure around the tree and you get that figure, and then you would divide that by pi, so 3.16 something or other, 65 I think it is. So anyway, that's kind of good enough. And then you multiply that by 12, and so essentially we'll look at this. It's going to actually take us off the sheet of paper. As you can see, it's quite extensive, but let's assume that this was the area. Then you would draw a circumference around that, and within that area you could not be building. And so you can see how just a single tree could severely impact your ability to develop that site, particularly if you were not allowed to take it down. So obviously trees are a big consideration, and you need to be aware of. And if you've got multiple trees, then of course you're going to have to do that for each of the trees and find out what the likely build area that you have left on that site if you have to keep all the trees in. As I said before, that is a thing of negotiation with the planners, but it is something that you at least need to consider at the early stage, so that you understand the impact that that can have in terms of the viability of your site. So let's assume that you are able to take the trees out. Then you've got some other considerations to take into account there. If you take the trees out, do you take the roots out, and therefore the soil is not as compacted, and therefore you've got to think of that in terms of the foundations. But also, if you leave them in, then the roots rot, and therefore what happens to that as they start to rot away? You've obviously got then a further movement of the ground going downwards, and that could cause some subsidence. So it's very much something where you're going to have to get a structural engineer in to design and take advice from in terms of the effect that that is going to have on your site. And that obviously then, and we'll cover that later in another lesson, in terms of the reports that you might have to actually take out, because there's obviously a cost implication in doing that as well. And then the fourth area is just going back to our previous here, and we've got a substantial number of trees, is we have to think about habitat. So there could be bats living in those trees, there could be lizards, there could be any sort of wildlife which may come under protected species, and therefore that would then cause you a problem, because you wouldn't be able to remove the trees. So while trees on a site can look beautiful and can enhance your landscaping and enhance the visibility of your site, there are some serious cost considerations and impact on the viability of the site that you need to consider. So I hope you found that useful. If you've liked this video, please like and share it. If you are new to the channel and haven't subscribed, then please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell. If you are been watching and following the channel for some time and you haven't subscribed, then why not? So please subscribe and help us out here. If you would like some other information and support that we offer, we have a membership community at membersbuilditandprosper.com. It's free to join. Why not join us there and get your questions answered? Until the next time, please stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos, then click to watch the next video. Please remember to visit our website at builditandprosper.com to get our app, or click on the button on the YouTube header if you're on desktop.